Well, hello and welcome back. My name is KIERON SEAMONS. This is my inky world where we do lots and lots of gorgeous inky drawings. And if you want to draw along with me, it would be my pleasure. So go get your pens and your paper and whatever you need and do some scribbling and drawing along with me today on this wonderful channel. Okay, good morning and welcome back. We are going to attempt to do some drawing this morning, and we are going to try and get into something a little bit funky. We have been doing a lot of drawings for the eBay channel, some gorgeous stuff like little angels and fish and cats and dogs and all sorts of things. So I thought we'd kind of keep that magical flow and okay, and we'll start off with some ink. Always good to start with something to kind of get your mind moving, and I do love to do that as part of my sketching routine. As you've been watching this channel, you will find that I do kind of do that a lot. I mean, obviously when you're doing illustrations and stuff like that, you've got to be a little bit more careful because you've got to draw what's been asked. But in most occasions when I'm kind of doing like these kind of sketching online type of things, it helps me a lot just to kind of put down a mark, a line, something to kind of start the whole imagination. And in very, very, very many occasions, I feel like it surprises me as much as it kind of surprises all of you. Because sometimes I look down and I think, oh my god, that looks like a horse, or that looks like a giraffe, or that looks like whatever, and then I end up drawing one. And in some cases, I just kind of feel it's a very relaxing way to do things, because if it goes wrong, well, it wasn't my fault. If you know what I mean. Yeah, it was the paper and ink's fault. And as I've explained before, I do kind of feel like I have like a second brain, and the second brain is very childish and very overpowered in some of these situations. So it will see things long before my kind of first brain does, and it will kind of call out things like a child in the park. You know, you're looking at clouds and the child will be pointing and saying, look, I can see a dragon. And the older person, my first brain is older and more mature and more sensitive about things, and it won't see that dragon. And I do feel that's a little bit like sketching in this way, that you can kind of feel like you have to follow that idea. It's telling you something. It's telling you, in this case, the first thing that it told me was elephant. It's an elephant. And although I couldn't really see an elephant, I just start to follow the process. I start to relax my mind. And as I start to add the details, indeed, I can see a rather gorgeous elephant. Now, before I started to do this channel, I would really think that the ink was enough. But it seems like for selling you need to add more color. So I don't really. I mean, obviously it's a nice touch, but I'm not really sure that it enhances that moment. For example, like the angel that I drew, I think that's so beautiful as ink, you know, as a line drawing. Or even the cat that I did next to it. What's the cat? The cat, obviously the cat has a wonky eye there. You can see those two together. The black and the white is enough. But I can see that he has a wonky eye in that drawing, and it would be nice if it was like a bright yellow or something. So yes, but this is the first drawing that I've kind of done online for quite a while now because of my eye. I had some bleeding in my eye, and the blood filled up the middle of my eye, which means I couldn't see out. I couldn't see out, and doctors couldn't see in, so it caused a lot of problems. There was talk of detached retinas and stuff like that, and well, I'm back. I hope. On Monday I have my big checkup, and I'm hoping everything will be honky dory. I'm hoping, I'm hoping that everything will be back to normal. I do. Well, even if I have one eye, even if I was completely blind, I still think I would be drawing in some capacity. I do find that it's part of me now. It's like eating, You have to eat. Even if you're unhappy, you still got to eat. Even if I'm unhappy, I still need to draw. And I find life is just, I don't know. It's not the same when you're not adding artwork to your day. And that's why I keep this channel so inspirational. I hope it's inspiring you to draw too. The beautiful thing about art is it's all kind of trial and error. You kind of put down some ideas and you see where it goes. And also you need to be very accepting with that word of trial and error. There's going to be 50% of trial making it look great, and error where it goes wrong. So it's all part of the package. Going wrong is just part of the learning. If you were to learn piano today, I'm sure it wouldn't sound very good for quite a while. But there's nothing to stop you falling in love with the sounds that you make, even if it's not a classical tune. You can still feel and enjoy the noises that you make on a piano. That's the same with drawing. You can still sketch and doodle around and probably fall in love with some of your own little doodles, which is really a big part of it all. What a gorgeous little elephant. Let's give him a little bushy tail. And I always love drawing the toenails on elephants as well. They have these huge, big, chunky toenails, which is always a delight to draw. And when you're sitting drawing along with me, you can draw whatever you want. This is your time to draw with somebody and to do it in a fun environment, a relaxed environment. And whatever you draw is perfect. Surely that's a great reason to start drawing anyway. Now I have been starting to sell some of my artwork, and I haven't sold for years because I just didn't really want to. But I have started. And to start off the ball, I have done them extremely cheap just to start everybody's interest, to get everything moving. And I'm hoping over time that I can actually pay for everything. Pay for all my inks and papers, and I do buy so much ink and paper, it's ridiculous really. Let's call him Elle. And that is the first one for today. And I'm tempted to, maybe I will do one more. But I do know that it's quite difficult to keep people on the channel if you're not keeping things exciting. So what I will probably do is I will stop this video and you will have one elephant, and then I will go on and I will do a second video that is going to be something different. Then you got lots of short little videos that you can watch and enjoy. How's that? Sounds like a great idea. So if you are interested in what I'm doing and you want to see some of these painted up, or if you want to buy them in ink, just contact me. And you can buy an ink drawing, just as nice. But they will be on eBay very soon, and I will put them up, and you're very welcome to buy as many as you want. I have actually had quite a few people that have bought multiples. Yeah, they've bought 10, 15, 20 print originals in one time, which has been fantastic. So that is today's little elephant. I hope you enjoyed him, and I'll be back in a minute to draw another one. What will it be? See you very soon.